Hey everybody, it's Dustin from Boyds Gunstocks here with another Beyond Stock episode. This time we're at a windy trap range with Kim to talk about how to get started into trap shooting. One of the first points I want to bring is how important it is that you do not have to have a high dollar expensive shotgun. Most people, myself included, Kim as well, start with a Remington 870. It's a reasonably priced shotgun that you can put different options on. On Kim's, she has the American Plainsman stock set that helps her get a better height for her comb and her length of pull correct. So we're gonna go through and talk about how to get started, and I've asked Kim here because she's relatively new to the sport and she has some insights that we could maybe feed from. So we're gonna grab her gun, head down to the line and get some tips from her.
Sounds great.
All right, so we got Kim up on the line and she's gonna talk about 3 tips that really helped her to become a better shooter. But first, shooters always have proper eye protection, ear protection, and follow all the normal gun safety rules. So Kim, what did you have for your first tip?
When I first started shooting, one of the things I noticed is I was very inconsistent about where I was putting it at on my shoulder. When I would go to bring the gun up, sometimes I would be too far out, too far in on my shoulder blade. And then along with that, I was really bringing my head down to the gun where my eyes were sitting sideways. And so asking several other more experienced shooters, the thing I found that was most helpful for me is bring the gun up to my face, not my face down to the gun. And along with doing that, it creates a pocket in my shoulder. So every time I go to shoot, the gun is always in the same place.
All right, so your first tip is to get that gun consistently up to your pocket and your head so you have a nice sight picture. So what do you got for the second one?
The second one I found is, especially on the hard right and the hard left, I was behind. I was shooting behind quite a bit. And so I had to really practice on following through. And what following through means is once I pulled the trigger, I don't want to just stop the gun. I want to keep it a nice fluid motion as I go. So as I have the gun up and I say pull as it goes, I want to make sure that I'm leading in front of the clay. And as I pull, I don't stop the gun. I keep it a nice fluid motion.
All right, that's a good tip on follow through because anytime you shoot behind the bird, you're gonna miss it. So what do you got for a third one?
So the third tip I have is keeping your head down on the gun. I found as I was following through, I was breaking a lot more targets, which was really exciting. And along with that excitement, then I started going, oh, did I break it? And I started picking my head up off the gun. And what I noticed is I started missing targets again. So every time I go to shoot, I remind myself, keep your head on the gun. You can use your head, you can use your cheek to push the gun and follow through on your swing. So for me, I put the gun up, I say pull, I'm gonna follow a swing through the target, pulling the trigger, and I'm gonna keep my face on the gun, trusting and knowing that I have broke that target.
All right, now that we got your tips, let's send out some targets and watch you break them.
All right.
All right, good shooting, Kim. It's good to see your tips at work. I want to reiterate to everybody, you do not need the most expensive gun on the line. Get something that works for you. Get that gun in a consistent spot every time, follow your shot through, keep your head down and the confidence that you are going to break that target and you'll watch your score increase. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below and we'll see you next time on Beyond Stock.